is this place? Oh my god! Welcome to New Zealand, one of Mother Nature's most astounding creations on our planet. Laced with perfect blue lakes, fed by the surrounding snow-capped giants that tower over the valleys. Home for some of the rarest and most intricate animals that exist, hidden within the lush rainforests and guarded by the powerful mountains that surround the islands. This land was truly a masterpiece, carved by the finest elements our world could provide it. Where the landscapes are overwhelming and differ dramatically the further you travel. Every step you take through the valleys here leaves you feeling smaller, only to discover more of what you thought you might never see. But sadly, I wasn't there. I was back home in the city of Melbourne in lockdown, not allowed to travel anywhere else outside of our country. Of course I thought a lot about travelling and exploring the incredible landscapes within Australia, but because of COVID-19 cases popping up all over the country, the states were opening and closing their borders more unpredictably than my broken garage door. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. So for a long time, we were kinda stuck here, in a place that we'd already explored to the maximum. Years ago, however, I was in New Zealand. I was there to film and edit a video for Land Rover's Above and Beyond tour with my brother, Jamie. Not the worst kind of job. Unfortunately, we were only there for a week and we didn't get to see much of New Zealand at all. But it was on that job that we met two incredible people, Cameron Graves and Lana Van Hout, two athletes from Auckland who quickly became some of our greatest friends. On that trip, we talked a lot about travelling New Zealand properly and how cool it would be to do a massive road trip together through the incredible landscapes and raw, untouched beauty of the South Island. But sadly, that road trip never happened. I got caught up in so many client projects since then, and Mr. COVID-19 took the idea so far away to the point where we'd almost forgotten about it altogether. But then, something happened that shifted everything.
Australia and New Zealand have opened a two-way travel bubble.
Visitors from Australia.
New Zealanders and Australians are rushing to book flights.
They're accused for other flights.
Waiting for such a long time.
Some people haven't seen their family and friends for more than 18
Australia's
months.
international borders.
Travel is now allowed between the two countries for the first time in more than a year.
With New Zealand now being open to Australian citizens and me being out of work because of COVID, it was the perfect time to get on a Zoom call with our long lost friends and try to revive our road trip plan. So what do you guys think about a New Zealand road trip? That would be so sick. It'd be good to catch up again as well. It's been so long.
It's been so long, and especially now the borders are open. It's so good to see you guys.
Time for a massive adventure.
Lock it in.
After lots of planning and location research, a long lost New Zealand adventure was finally about to begin. All there was to do was pack.
Sun shining down on me, oh, what a brand new day. Nothing can bring me down, nothing can get in my way.
Where could it be? As Jamie and I checked in our luggage and got on the plane, it dawned on us that we were leaving Australia for the first time in 2 years. And it wasn't long into the flight when we saw New Zealand's incredible mountains below the clouds.
Beautiful conditions flying across the Tasman today, we are expecting.
When we came to New Zealand, we never got to see anything like this. We didn't see any snow. It's like a different place. We're gonna see Cam and Lana for the first time in about 2 years. Stayed in contact with them all this time. I'm beyond excited. These guys are some of my best mates and missed them so much and I can't wait to see them. Hello.
Hello, how are you
What's
doing?
happening? Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, there's Cam. There he is. The superstar. Woo! How are you, bro? Hey, buddy, I'm good. Good to see you, mate. Oh, dude, it's so good to see you guys. Made it! This is actually happening. This is awesome. Yeah. We caught up on what we've been up to in the last 2 years over some coffee and some pizza at a local restaurant. Then Cam and Lana took us for a tour around Queenstown while we waited for our road trip car to be delivered from Land Rover. But this is where things started to go wrong.
We'll have a chat with the crew, but I'm happy to fly up there myself and drive it down. Whatever it takes to get the car here, right? Yeah. Alright, so the car was supposed to be delivered this morning to us down here in Queenstown, still a roadie, but somehow the car is on a freight ship in Christchurch Harbour. Yeah, it's on a boat. What?
To get a car in time to leave tomorrow, Cam would have to fly from Queenstown to Christchurch on the other side of the island to pick up the car, then drive 6 hours back to Queenstown. Later on, while exploring the city centre, Cam got another phone call, and it wasn't sounding too great.
Cam, how'd the phone call go? Alright, so we've secured a new vehicle. We're gonna either Defender or a new Discovery, bro.
Man, what a relief. We don't have to fly to Christchurch and we don't have to drive 6 hours back down here. We celebrated the good news with burgers and wine. In the morning, instead of a Land Rover, we received a new Audi. I'll explain how we organised these cars later on. It's about to begin. You ready, Cam?
Oh, we're ready! Alright! Let's go!
Don't break anything before we start the trip. And just like that, a dream trip that seemed so impossible to happen, happened. As we drove further away from Queenstown, the landscapes began to grow larger and more diverse. Jamie and I were finally going to see what New Zealand was really like.
It was not worth it! It's too windy!
We came towards a long strip of road with pure white mountains on either side, so we just had to pull over and get our first taste of winter here in New Zealand. We've just stopped on the side of the road here because, as you can see, it's incredible. Insanely snowed up mountains. First time I've touched snow on the trip, and it's cold. Oh, this is just a dream. This is so nice. It was getting dark fast, so we got back on the road, hoping to get to our main destination before nightfall. We were on our way to a picturesque place called Aoraki, which has some of the world's best mountain scenery, home to beautiful glaciers and lakes, overwatched by the tallest mountain in New Zealand, Mount Cook. Hey, do you guys mind if I chuck on some music real quick?
Yeah, bro, chuck something on.
Alright, sweet.
Whoa, what a tune. What is this?
Oh, it's from Artlist. I've been using their music in my videos for ages now, and they have thousands of high quality songs to choose from too.
Sick, bro. I've actually been looking for royalty-free music for a while, and it's pretty hard to find good stuff these days, eh?
You should sign up with Artlist, Cam. That way you can monetize our YouTube videos with their music.
It's a yearly subscription, right? What does that cover?
That's Artlist's unlimited plan, where you can download as much music and sound effects as you want for your videos and client projects. And they just released a new personal monthly plan too that covers only your social media projects, but not client work. And it's the cheapest plan I've ever seen.
Oh, really? Wow.
Holy, that's so sick. Almost as sick as this hike we're about to go on, guys. It's so pumped.
We arrived late that night and got a good night's rest. For tomorrow, we will be hiking a famous New Zealand trail, the Hooker Valley Trail. What do you reckon of that, Jamie? You can already see them. We're hiking around there today. You guys ready? I've just burst in here with a camera. This is insane. As we began the hike through the valley, everything began to feel so surreal. This was the side of New Zealand we had always wanted to see. None of us had ever experienced conditions like this before, and we were made to feel so small in a good way between the overwhelming mountains. And then, something I never anticipated seeing in my whole life happened right in front of us. So literally right in front of me, there's like a little avalanche that's just happened.
Further down,
and you can hear the cracking of the snow just smashing against the rocks from all the way over here. That's mental. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. I don't know what to say. That's insane. As if that just happened right there. This time, it wasn't a daydream, and I wasn't about to be thrown back on the couch at home. I was actually here in New Zealand, exploring one of the most beautiful hikes in the world. This kind of landscape was something that you just couldn't comprehend. Around each corner was a new surprise of nature we hadn't seen, leaving us constantly stimulated. From half frozen over rivers with crazy ice formations, to massive bridges that cross the milky blue streams. I mean, look at these bridges. That's fairy tale shit right there.
you talking about, girl, man? Find your own fiance. She doesn't even like After Effects, dude. Shut you right, that's smashed. You alright? You alright? That did not shut it right. That sounded so much harder than we thought. Oh, bro, you alright? That was awesome. Oh. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Because you're so quiet.
Bro, that sounded ruthless. It was like a hammer.
It like took me off.
I barely felt it. I barely felt it at all.
Any worries we had back home had left our minds for the entirety of the time we were in the valley. The whole experience felt like a lucid dream. And at the end, now that was a sight to see. A powerful view of Mount Cook standing tall at 3,724 meters high. Walking through the valley had left me feeling some new kind of energy, an exciting energy. Then I realized it wasn't just an energy, but more of a deep feeling. Something I hadn't felt for such a long time and I didn't even know I was missing until now. It was this simple feeling of what it was to be alive. Completely stimulated by the new and powerful nature surrounding us reminded me of how I used to feel whilst I was traveling around the world before COVID-19 happened, locking us all down for so long. That feeling became a warm energy that I missed, and at the same time left me shocked to find I'd been missing it in the first place. Experiencing this with an incredible bunch of people that may have felt the same, formed this moment into an incredible, intricate memory. In a world where so many people have become lost, it was really nice to feel a little found again. There was enough daylight for one more little adventure, so we watched the sun dip behind the mountains of a nearby glacial lake. It's hard to put into words what we had already experienced in the last 2 days. The night before all this, we saw Saturn for the first time in a telescope and discovered there were 2 galaxies visible to the naked eye, like you could actually see galaxies. And this was only possible because of New Zealand's super clear skies. Seeing an avalanche for the first time and hiking the valley in combination with the great company of our long lost friends, a feeling I'll always look back on as one of my best memories. Especially after being locked down for so long in Melbourne City. Next time on the Ultimate New Zealand Road Trip, we attempt a quad-busting hike to a magnificent red hut overlooking the valley, where we discover many once-in-a-lifetime views. But the hike is sketchy.
Cam, can you take the camera?
There's all these little bits of snow falling down. And for me, something goes completely wrong. All the music that I used from Artlist in this video is in the description below. There's also a link below for 2 months free of Artlist royalty-free music and sound effects.
We travel the world and find the best spaces for the uns. Oh yes, hear this one.
What is he doing?
Is he taking a photo for us? Oh my god, thank you. Trying to take a photo.